Hi guys, welcome to Classic TV Facts and Trivia. Thank you for being here. Today's video is 12 stars you might have missed on MASH. Now, before we get cranking, I know a lot of you will say, well, you missed him and him, so I'm going to get this out of the way. There were the stars of the likes of Ron Howard and Patrick Swayze, and Alex Karras, Ned Beatty, and so forth, Shelley Long. Those are the ones that actually had big parts. These are the ones you might have, blink of an eye, you might have missed them. But there's some good ones. We'll start with Joan Van Ark. Nurse Lieutenant Erica Johnson, Season 2, Episode 3, Radar's Report. Van Ark played a fresh-faced, wide-eyed nurse who got slashed by a scalpel in an operating room attack. She got the eye of Hawkeye, but couldn't stick around to 4077. She had her orders to report to Tokyo. Robert Townsend, a patient, Season 11, Episode 6, Bombshells. He appeared as a patient at the 4077th in 82, but he went on to make a big name for himself as a writer, actor, director, and producer. Directed the film Hollywood Shuffle and hit the stand-up comedy classic Eddie Murphy Raw in 1987. Brett Cullen, Private Thomas Anthony McKegney, Season 10, Episode 12, Blood and Guts. Cullen played a young soldier who took his motorbike out for a spin, hit a rock, flipped the bike over, and ended up at the 4077 with very unheroic injuries. Cullen got his big breakout role in Falcon Crest. George Wendt, Marine Private LaRoche, Season 11, Episode 2, Trick or Treatment. Before he gained TV immortality, playing Norm Peterson on Cheers, Wendt appeared as a Marine who got a pool ball stuck in his mouth on Halloween. Mary Jo Catlett, Nurse Becky Anderson, Season 4, Episode 22. Nurse Walsh, Season 5, Episode 5. Catlett played two different nurses in two different episodes in two different seasons. She would go on to play housekeeper Pearl Gallagher on later seasons of Different Strokes. And her longest-running role has been the voice of Mrs. Puff on SpongeBob SquarePants. Stafford Rep, Sergeant Clay, Season 3, Episode 23, White Gold. Rep had been working in show business for decades in small roles, mostly as cops and soldiers. And his biggest part was Gotham City Police Chief O'Hara in TV's Batman. Andrew Dice Clay, Marine Corporal Hrabowski, Season 11, Episode 2, Trick or Treatment. Credited in this episode as Andrew Clay, he would later add the dice to his name and become one of America's most popular and controversial comedians. John Matuzak, Corporal Elmo Hiltowski, Season 10, Episode 18, Promotion Commotion. He was the first pick of the 1973 NFL Draft and is remembered mostly for his time playing defensive end with the Oakland Raiders. Brian Dennehy, Sergeant Ernie Connor, Season 5, Episode 23, Souvenirs. Before Dennehy became one of the most prolific and versatile stage and screen actors of the 80s and 90s, he appeared on MASH in 1977 as an MP. Bruno Kirby, Private Lorenzo Boone, Season 1, Episode 1, Pilot. Kirby has such a memorable body of work and some all-time classics, it's hard to believe he died from leukemia in 2006 at age 57. He appeared in the MASH pilot in a non-speaking role. 2 years later, he was playing the younger Pete Clemenza alongside Robert De Niro in The Godfather Part 2. Rita Wilson, Nurse Lieutenant Lacey, Season 10, Episode 12, Blood and Guts. And in Season 11, Episode 1, Hey, Look Me Over. Wilson had a number of small roles in TV series through the 70s and 80s, including 2 appearances on MASH as Nurse Lacey. She's since gone on to act in numerous films, Jingle All the Way, Runaway Bride, produced many other, My Big Fat Greek Wedding and A Man Called Otto, and has been married to Tom Hanks since '88. Lawrence Fishburne, Corporal Dorsey, Season 10, Episode 15, The Tooth Shall Set You Free. Not long after his turn in Francis Ford Coppola's Apocalypse Now, Fishburne, billed as Larry back then, appeared on MASH as a patient wounded in battle. Turns out his racist commanding officer was using black soldiers as a cannon fodder. He broke out in Boys in the Hood and nominated for an Oscar, and What's Love Got to Do with It? And there you go. And of course, there was Ron Howard and Patrick Swayze and so forth and so on. But those had longer roles. These guys slipped in, man. And actually, I remember most of them. But I wonder if you do. Leave them comments below. Let me know if you did or not. Have a great day. God bless you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Praying for you.